Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how you can let ChatGPT prepare your resume or prepare a template for your resume. So the main feature presentation is ChatGPT to write your resume. So if you're writing your resume for the first time and if you don't know how the resumes are usually formatted, and here is the answer to that. I just put in a simple question: write a curriculum vitae for a non-invasive cardiologist seeking a job. I'm a cardiologist, so I'm looking for a job. So I put down, and it tells exactly the format you want to follow, or a suggestion of a format that is more inclusive, comprehensive, and with clean script written by ChatGPT. Here you have to put your full name, address, phone number, email. What is your objective? I'm looking for in a reputable medical institution where I can apply my extensive knowledge and experience to provide exceptional patient care. I mean, look at all these adjectives that are given to you by ChatGPT. Then you put down your medical education, residency training programs, then your licensures like state medical board or the specialty boards. Then your professional experience, what are you capable of doing? Like me, seeing patients, reading EKGs, echocardiograms, nuclear stress tests, and interpretation of pacemakers, arrhythmias. All these skills you put down, and particularly want to expand a little more on your skills. If you are a specialist in like a particular field, then you need to expand on that, and that will help to expand your that will help to improve your resume. Then you say references available on request. But let's say you are a cardiologist, you are seeking a job, but you're looking for a teaching job. So I changed my question to write a resume for a cardiologist. Oh, there's a typo here, but somehow it excuses you for all your typos. Seeking a teaching job. Now it goes through the same cycle. I dropped some of the ones which are already repetitious, and here it said cardiology professor. So now you talk about your cardiology teaching skills. I taught and mentored medical students, residents, fellows in the field of cardiology, developed and implemented educational curriculum, learning objectives, conducted lectures, seminars, attended national conventions as a speaker. So you give all your things which you may not be able to think while you're preparing a quick resume, but this gives you a template. And in this way, you just don't start with one or two questions. You start asking all the questions that you have been asked in the interviews before, and put down the answers to those questions. Put down those questions to ChatGPT, and let the ChatGPT answer that particular question. So let me take you to a real situation which I faced when I was applying for a job, and this is a very frequently asked question, and here is the actual ChatGPT on my computer. So I'll ask ChatGPT, how do all caps, how do I answer for a question? Tell us about a situation where here travel had a challenge and how resolved it. See, it's giving you very, very cohesive answer. It says situation that demonstrates your problem solving skills and ability to overcome challenges. Here's an example. So it gives an example. That means you prepare for those questions. So always remember the many times that you attended an interview and maybe save those questions and put them into ChatGPT and see what kind of answers it comes up with. One situation where I faced a challenge was when I was working as a cardiology fellow and was responsible for managing patients with complex cardiac disease. The patient had multiple comorbidities and was on a variety of medications, some of which were interacting with each other and adverse. Initially, I found it challenging to manage the patient's medications and ensure that they were receiving proper, appropriate care. I consulted a healthcare team. I consulted the pharmacist. See, this is a very excellent way of explaining your thinking process. I mean, that's what I would do. First thing I would do is call the pharmacist and ask for any interactions of medications this patient is on, and how do we adjust the dosages based upon the patient's kidney function. So these are things that you can actually literally read these and kind of become familiar with as how to answer these tough questions. The other thing they will ask you is how did handle a where you had with your team or supervisor, where you had disagreement with your team member or supervisor. My previous job, I had a disagreement with a team member regarding the patient's treatment plan. The team member wanted to pursue an aggressive treatment approach, while I believed the more conservative approach would be more appropriate given the patient's history and conditions. To address this disagreement, I approached the team member privately and expressed my concerns in a calm, respectful manner. I listened to their perspective and provided evidence-based information to support my viewpoint. We discussed the patient's condition, goals of care, and ultimately came to a consensus on most appropriate treatment approach. So here it gives you in a very, very intelligent way as how to analyze the situation, communicate with the person, and come up with a solution that is in the best interest of the patient. So this is how you can really prepare for an interview. Not only can you write a resume, you can actually prepare for interview by posing the exact questions to ChatGPT that you have been asked in the previous interviews, or Google search and see what are the questions most frequently asked for a cardiologist, for a supervisory job, for a manager's job, or a clerical job, and take those questions, put them into ChatGPT, get the answers, then you are fully equipped to handle any kind of a crisis. ChatGPT is like an autopilot, but remember, even the best pilots would not depend on autopilot when they are taking off or landing. That is the final conversation with the person with whom you are having an interview. So always remember, you can get help. You should know where to get help and how to utilize that help in enhancing your knowledge. Thank you so much. I hope this has been useful and educational. And if you do like it, please give a thumbs up, like our channel, and I will see you in the next presentation.